Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren out there pushing this word, and to you sincere listeners. So we, some of the brothers in the Bay Area camp. I'm the brother Cornal Wath, and with me,
I'm the brother Kanak.
Yeah, we just want to go into a lesson, when the hot topic is the current events that's going on right now. The looting, the riots, the uprisings that's going on. These are all prophesied in the scriptures, man. These are, more signs that this man is done. His kingdom is over with. These uprisings are only going to increase in intensity. I don't see him going anywhere. Esau's already, locking these different cities down, declaring curfews, and I don't see Jake stopping. This is all leading up to, the end of the world, man. The end of Esau's society. This happened back in the past, in the 60s. And it's happening again. The only difference is that Esau has his RFID microchip. So he can lock down his new order. He couldn't do that back in the 60s. And this word has gone throughout the four corners of the earth. So we at the end, man. Jake's rising up, Jake's super pissed off at everything that's going on in this society, and Jake has risen up, man. And these protests, they're happening worldwide now. You got them happening over there in the UK, in Canada, Germany, even hopping on board, man. So we're just gonna go through some scriptures in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing. It's gonna be edifying. You can bring it out.
Yeah, this is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Yeah, and this is one of the signs of the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. Jake rising up, Jake going crazy, Jake burning stuff down. Get Luke 12:49 real quick. Jake burning stuff down. Because the Most High has already prophesied that America, was going to burn. But before those nuclear missiles come, there's going to be other fires that's going to be started. And that's what you see going on, man. It's really who's controlling these things. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The Most High is putting it in Jake's spirit to burn stuff down. And that's what you do when you overthrowing a land or a city. You go in there, you loot, and then you burn the place down.
You raise it. Yeah, this is Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai has come to send fire on earth. When he comes back down, he's gonna come with the chariots. They're gonna be shooting those laser beams, and also the thermonuclear missiles are gonna come. Keep going.
And what will I if it already be kindled? Yeah,
so before Yahweh Shai comes back, there's gonna be fires going on, man, and that's what you see going on. And this is in Babylon, man. This ain't in these other countries. This ain't happening in France. This ain't happening in the UK. This is happening in Babylon the Great, man, the stronghold of Esau, Edom. Jake is rising up against this devil, man. And this is a sign that we at the end. This is a sign that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to make his second return, man. Jake out here going crazy, Keep going on Matthew's Bible shot.
Verse 50. But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straight?
Matthew.
I'm sorry, Slack it. Then Matthew 24:4 says, And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of deceivers out there, man. That's still unto this day trying to get you to go astray from the true path that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has intended for his servants, man. Some dudes will actually try to get you to participate in this protest, which we have no part in this, man. Us as men of the Lord, us as servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we have no parts in these protests. Our petitions are made to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we ask for justice. That's what we ask for, what's the word? Justice. If we want something else to happen, we ask Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We petition Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We don't protest and ask Esau, Edom for reform. The Most High is going to reform things. And we're waiting for him to execute what he said he was going to do. Which part of when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, comes back down here, he's going to reform this system that's in place. The Most High is going to do that. So we're going to wait for him to do it. We got no business out there. You know, what do you gain protesting? That's something that Esau set up. You know, you protest, you state your grievances. Esau don't want to hear your grievances. You know, we tell our grievances to the Heavenly Father. We tell him how there's nothing but wickedness going on down here. This damn devil is ruling. He's killing us. Do something about it. You ain't doing that if you go to these protests. Then if you out there looting, you completely going off, man.
You going against Romans the 13th chapter.
That's right.
You susceptible to Esau's wrath. Well, the scriptures say the Lord that Esau don't bear the sword in vain.
That's right.
So you literally going against, you resisting that, which means fight. You're trying to fight against this government, which the Lord said that this is not our battle. This is not the battle. This is not the type of battle that we should be fighting. We should be fighting a spiritual battle. So if you want to get carnal, you're going to be judged right along with those that are carnal. Right. Those that live by the sword shall die by the sword, as the scripture said. I'm going to continue. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, if I say this, they're talking about a Twitter war with the President Trump. They actually said that there's an actual social media war. So there's all type of wars going on.
Yep. Yeah. He wants to. That's what the media is spinning it as. He wants to open the internet back up to free speech. He doesn't want these different social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. He doesn't want them to be able to censor the content. You know, but that's just what they're saying. We already know, you know, what the real deal is, man. The deal for these elites, which that's who Donald Trump is working for anyway, they want to have complete control over the internet, man. They want to be able to determine what you can and cannot say on the internet, what you can and cannot view on the internet, and where you can and cannot go on the internet, which you basically control everything, man. And they pushing out the narrative. You can only listen to what they want you to listen to, which ultimately is going to trickle down to the truth is going to be completely removed. And that's his main agenda, is to take this word from off the net, you know.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, but the end is not yet. So the things that are happening, they have to happen. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai prophesied that these things were going to happen. And these things are just leading to more of the hell that is prophesied to come upon Babylon the Great. You see what they're doing? They're locking down all these different cities, man. Every city's getting a curfew. Now, out here in San Francisco, to show you it's a hidden agenda behind this thing. It's only a small group of people that's looting, you know?
Very small. We actually experienced it. We seen it. You know, on the way a camp, the Spirit had us go back out there to San Francisco. And literally right when we were closing up, that's when the protests, that's when the looters started coming towards our way. And it was really only a small group that were actually doing it. It wasn't like it was a big group of people doing it. So they're going to blame, you know, that small group as the masses. And now they're going to they're shutting down everything.
Yeah, the whole city.
Yeah.
When the looting was isolated to a certain part of San Francisco, you know, where the high-end stores is at, Union Square, where you got your, you know, your Louis Vuittons, your Cartiers, you know, Dolce & Gabbana, stores like that. And those were the stores that got hit, and it was just in that area. But you're going to lock down the whole city, institute a curfew for just this? People do this when the World Series, when certain teams win the World Series, when their team wins the Super Bowl, they go crazy and loot and burn shit up. They don't instill a curfew for this. The reason why they're doing it is because it's a hidden agenda behind this. God. This man is pushing towards his new order, and this is a sign that Yahweh Shai is coming back. So what is Yahweh Shai coming back to do? He's going to take Esau, Edom out of power, man. And that cannot happen unless Esau, Edom, you know, begins to initiate and lock down that new order.
It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ or Messiah or anointed, and shall deceive many. Yeah, you got people still unto this day, the Most High sent us. Follow us. Well, that one dude, what's his name? The head of the NFAC. That dude's telling you, Jakes, to go out to Minneapolis, meet him with the guns. You know, that dude is a straight agent. Yep, that agent.
Set up by Esau, Edom to get you to go astray, man. If you are a true follower of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you won't be listening to that guy. You won't follow him. He's telling you to take up arms against this damn devil. The Most High said, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey. You know, we waiting for the Most High to make the move. Then he's going to give us the command to make the move. It ain't going to be the other way around, or us making our own moves. We're servants of the Heavenly Father. We do his will. We don't do our own thing. So when you start doing your own thing, then you following after the spiritual demon Satan, man. Everything is going to happen according to the prophecies that Yahweh Shem Yahushua laid out. We just have to be patient and wait for them to be fulfilled. Now keep going.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Mm-hmm.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
That's right.
The end is not yet.
So these things that you seeing happening, the looting, you know, the rioting, the Esau instituting curfews for an indefinite amount of time, these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. There's still other things that have to happen. These riots and these looting, they're going to intensify, man. These National Guard troops, they're going to start putting people to death. It's going to get ugly out here, man. You still got the famine that's going to come, the other diseases that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to release, the different natural disasters. So, yeah, we just at the beginning, man. Well, the beast is supposedly a tiger running through Oakland.
Well, my just right now during the lesson, my sister called me about that. I guess the story is she asked me if somebody released something from the Oakland Zoo. So who know? You know, Esau causing all type of havoc out here.
Mm-hmm.
But the scriptures actually talk about wild beasts.
That's right.
So however they come into play, whether they are released, whether they're in the wild, the scriptures prophesy about wild beasts actually attacking people and destroying people.
Mm-hmm.
So that is another indicator that we are definitely at the end.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, the nation against nation is talking about race wars. The kingdom against kingdom is dealing with World War III. Because these different kingdoms, China, Russia, Iran, you know, these different European countries, the U.S., they're going to go to war with each other. That's kingdom against kingdom. Okay, keep going.
And there shall be famines.
Yeah, the famine. We getting ready to enter into that time, man. And see, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, you have no clue as to what's going on. Here it is, you running into fucking Target, you hitting up these different designer stores, you hitting the Nike store, you want shoes, you want belts. Esau getting ready to shut the supply chain down, man. You ain't gonna be able to have food. That's what you should be taking, man. Stocking up on food. Because you ain't gonna be able to eat.
Yeah.
So all the belt, the Fendi that you took, the Gucci that you took, you gonna try to find some way to eat that, man.
Yeah, you gonna eat it if it's real leather.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then that's what actually was happening in ancient Israel when you were when Jacob's besieged. You know, because you eat the cowhide, the leather, you know, different stuff like that. So that's literally what's happening right now as we speak. Right now, they already spoke about the supply chain actually breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
The fact niggas didn't even know that was happening. They're rioting, trying to take designer belt. That none of that. You're gonna throw all that away, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw all that away, including your money. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna riot. You're gonna start breaking into these grocery stores. And I sent a video earlier on the thread about them boarding up Trader Joe's where I stay at. You know, but that's a grocery store. So they're already being prepared for people coming in, breaking into these grocery stores. That's the next step. It says, and pestilences.
Yeah, the diseases. But it's not going to be like this pandemic here, this hoax. The Most High actually going to release things, man. The Most High going to let Esau release certain diseases that's literally going to put you to death, man. You can be walking down the street, you're going to get sick, and probably 3 days later, you'll drop dead, man. These are kind of things that the Most High is sending to the earth.
Yep. And earthquakes in diverse places.
Yep.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
And this is just the beginning. Things are going to get worse, man. The scriptures tell you that in 2nd Ezra. Then shall the plagues, grow upon the earth, man. So this is just the beginning. These niggas looting, these niggas riding. This is just the beginning of it. The National Guard ain't really even did anything to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We was looking at the stream earlier. Out there in LA, they passed a curfew was it
6 a.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
It was well into 7:30, and they wasn't even doing nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get to a point where this man is gonna start killing you if you outside, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you ain't ready for that. That ain't even in your mind. They gonna start shooting at us. Oh no, this is America. You know, that ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna kill us on that level. The news is watching. These things are gonna be televised, man. Keep going.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Yep.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
And that has happened to us. The prophets are hated throughout the world, man. Keep going.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Well, the scriptures say that because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yep.
And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, oh, there we go right there.
Yep.
The love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, and this is the time that we getting ready to enter. Well, we in it right now, but it's going to intensify, man. Read it again, Bubba Shaw.
It says, and because iniquity shall abound.
Yeah, because iniquity shall abound, the breaking of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Keep going.
The love of many shall wax cold.
So that love everybody BS. Well, even these Jake's is saying it at the protest. Oh man, I don't care if you black, white, brown, purple, green, yellow. We all got to come together. That spirit is going to lead, man.
It's going to get tossed up.
Because another thing that's being set up, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans being set up for the okie doke. They gonna blame this economic collapse on your looting, man. You the cause of these stores shutting down because you ran in these stores, you looted, you broke the expensive glass, you cleaned the inventory out. So now they're down millions of dollars. You know, this is your fault. You know, the fact that the government locked down this the economy and told these people they can't sell, that's completely out the window. Esau gonna believe what the media says, and what these different store owners say about the revenue losses that they had. They can't open up, you know.
Yeah, they might have it to where they open back up, and Jake go back in there, so to speak, and loot again. You know, so Jake is literally getting set up to get blamed. Yep. So when they do come in and start killing Jake, you know, the people ain't gonna like cry about it. You know, they ain't gonna say nothing about it. They gonna be with it. They gonna be with it like that. They deserve it, basically.
You're destroying people's lives. You're destroying people's livelihoods. You're stealing their life, man. Stealing the goods from their store, and that store they use that to survive. So Esau ain't gonna have no sympathy. He don't care about you niggas anyway. He ain't gonna have a second thought of blowing you away if you're a looter. Keep going.
But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
That's right. He endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this is our goal. Our goal is to endure all these things that are coming upon the earth. Stay faithful to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so that we may be delivered. Keep going. It's like, and part of that endurance is not giving into temptation. You know, temptation to go against the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Part of those commandments is not getting caught up in what's going on right now, man. Not getting caught up in the path that the 2/3 have set before them, which is to basically be carnal as hell. Get carnal and go after Esau. The Most High said a carnal mind is enmity with him, man. We're supposed to do things according to the Spirit, according to the Scriptures. We don't live according to the rule that Jake has set for himself. The reason why Jake acts like that, he doesn't have any moral standards, man.
No standard.
He don't live according to the Scriptures. He do whatever the hell he want to. You know, you see the video, he got mad, you know, his emotions took over him, and then he got angry, and he went outside and started wrecking shit. We aren't supposed to do that. We represent Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai directly, man. So we aren't supposed to taint his name by getting carnal, doing things that he told us not to do. You know, we're supposed to stick to the program.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Yeah, and this gospel has went throughout the four corners of the earth. You have brothers, you know, all over the world, and then these videos went throughout the four corners of the earth. Everybody know about the Israelites throughout all these different countries. It's a website, it was therealisraelites.com. There's a certain section you go to where you can see who's online throughout the earth or who's been online. And it's red dots all over the globe, man. So everybody pretty much been exposed to this word. So what's going on? The end is happening. That's why you see Jake rising up out of nowhere, man.
Out of nowhere.
Because it's time for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to start executing that judgment to, wrap things up, man. The reason why these things didn't happen years ago is because the truth wasn't completely out there, man. The gospel had not encompassed the globe, but now we in that time. Now you see these things happen. Things are happening at a rapid pace, man. You had the COVID thing came out. There was a COVID lockdown, Then we was, seeing in the spirit that he was going to declare martial law, but he backed up off of that, man. He backed up off of that. He just doing the COVID thing. You got to do the social distancing, all the lockdowns, Then the lockdowns, they started getting extended. But he never declared martial law. He never instituted a curfew. And people was asking him about that. Well, are you going to institute a curfew? Well, no, that's too much. We're not going to do that right now. But now you got the perfect opportunity. Really, we're in martial law right now, man.
Yeah.
We are in martial law. If there's a curfew in your city and you got troops walking through your city at nighttime, you are in martial law. They can legally check you, man. You being outside is against the law. So they can ask you for ID. They can arrest you if they want to. We're in martial law right now, man. In the beginning stages of it. And you can see what's happening. These protests are covering the nation, man. So eventually what's going to happen? They're going to declare martial law throughout the for the whole country. The whole country, martial law is going to be declared, man. And all these things are written in the scriptures. It's told how Esau will come down upon you with that great wrath. And that's another indicator that his time is up, that we're at the end of this man's society, man. If you could get 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, you can start at 14. Oh, no, you know what? You can start at what? Start at 8.
2nd Ezra.
Another prophecy is that the Most High is going to allow Esau even to jack you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans up, man. And you can see it plainly. You can see how Esau is setting this up to justify him putting you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to death. And you're the main ones protesting. That's not a coincidence, man. He wants to get you. And you are predisposed to having COVID-19, by the way. And there's a war on COVID, And we still in a state of emergency. Donald Trump has declared the coronavirus a national disaster, man. So we're under FEMA right now. Bring that up.
2nd Ezra 15 and 8, and I will hold my tongue no more as concerning their wickedness. As touching their wickedness.
Yep.
Which they profanely commit.
Yep.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Which that's talking about, these other nations. And Jake, the wickedness is going on down here upon the earth. The Most High is fed up, man. And that's another reason why you see what's going on. The Most High is just completely destroying America from the inside out, man. These stores that you used to go to, the clubs being shut down, your theaters are shut down. And now the economy really ain't going to recover because Jake.
This is like a time, was it Nero blamed Jake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For burning
down Rome.
It's the same exact thing.
Yep.
Blaming Jake, blaming the Israelites for the economic disaster that's going on.
Yep.
What is really Esau behind it all, and Jake is literally falling right into his trap.
Mm-hmm.
The prey. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit.
Mm-hmm.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Yep.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me.
Yeah, and that's what Jake is doing. Jake, unknowingly they're calling unto the Most High. Just Jake screaming and crying out about this injustice. Us being the people of the Lord, the Most High hears that. He takes note of that. Even if they're not directly calling upon the Heavenly Father, the Most High notices those things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the actual men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, us that know we're Israelites. We're actually calling upon the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and letting the Most High know what's going on.
Yep.
So he's hearing all of this.
Just like the time of Egypt,
mm-hmm.
when Jake was crying unto the Lord, he heard that.
Yep.
And that's why he sent Moses. So the same thing now, he sent his prophets.
Okay.
It says, and the soul, because the righteous that's the Israelites.
Yep.
And ultimately, you know, it says the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, which that's talking about the men and the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the ones that actually call upon the Heavenly Father, you know, in the time of prayer, when we go on the highways, the hedges, we call upon the Most High, ask Him to destroy this place, you know. When you see some wickedness down here, when you out and about in your day-to-day, and that thought going to your mind, it's disgusting. You know, this place needs to be destroyed. The Most High hears those things. You know, that complaint is going to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That displeasure that you have for the wickedness that's going on down here goes to the Heavenly Father.
It says, and therefore, said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, I will surely avenge them. And I will receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
And see, that's another reason why you have no business protesting, man. The Most High is literally going to get vengeance for it. He's going to destroy this man and this country. This country is going to be completely destroyed. It's going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth for the things it has done unto us, man. So you supposed to be calling on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Execute this work. Get vengeance for us. Destroy this damn devil. Destroy this place of oppression. You know, so we don't got to deal with this no more. So we can serve you without fear, man, of being destroyed. But Jake don't want to do that. Jake really want to stay here, man. Jake just want the system to be reformed. Jake want a new system made up by Esau to be instituted. And this system is going to comprise of the cops. When they do something to you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, when they beat your ass or when they put you to death, they get prosecuted. They get arrested immediately, just like you do, and they go to jail and they get prosecuted, man. Right, and then the conviction rate goes. That's what you niggas want, man.
Jake's super low level.
You don't want a society where you are ruling over these other nations, man. Where you're the cop, you're the police. You know, you making sure that these people are in line, man. You don't want to do that.
This is 2 Peter 2:7, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yeah, what's the word conversation? When you look it up, it means conduct. So the conduct of the wicked, the things that these people are doing out here, man. And I noticed too, since this lockdown, since this, these protests, these riots are going on, you don't really see that many sodomites or trannies, man.
No, you don't.
I ain't seen them. You used to see them tough when everything was open, man. But you don't see them no more. You know.
For the righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day.
Yeah, so these things were vexing, man. But now, you know, with these things going on, the Most High has lessened that vexation. You don't see a lot of the wickedness going. You see, there's always going to be some bug outs out there, you know. But it's not as that same intensity as it used to be. You know why? Because the Most High is beginning to bring this place down. You know.
Yeah, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Yeah, with their unlawful deeds. So you see these things, and this is wicked. This place needs to be destroyed, man. This should not be happening in anywhere on the earth.
Right.
The Most High, you need to do something about this. You got to stop this. Look what's going on. You gonna allow this to happen? The God that hates iniquity, you gonna allow wickedness and iniquity to abound down here upon the earth? You got to do something about this. That's the petition you should be making. That's the protest you should be making, man. You should be making that to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, not to Esau Edom. You telling Esau the Black Lives Matter. He don't give a fuck about Black lives, man.
Well, the Lord never created Black lives.
That's right.
Okay, He created Israelites. He created nations. Okay, and we're supposed to be God's chosen people, a holy and righteous nation.
That's right.
Not black. When you look at that word black, it means void. It means it's negative.
Evil.
Yeah, evil.
And that's what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are.
And look what they're doing. They're looting. Even though Esau setting it up, but you're falling into his trap. You're falling into that stigma that Esau placed upon you. Niggas are niggas anyway, man. Right. Niggas rap about and sing about, committing wickedness. So it's not like, Jake is just. Jake is going to find every opportunity to be a demon, okay? And this is the reason why Jake is in the situation they're in now, because they were being demons.
Okay.
They were going against Yahweh Shema Shai's law. So how much more Esau? Okay. I'm done on those two scriptures.
Okay.
You had another one you wanted to bring up?
That was it for now.
Okay, come on.
Jump back to 2 Ezra 15.
God. Yeah, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 9. It says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
So the Most High is the one that's gonna get vengeance for us, man. All these Jakes that you seen get put to death, all the you know, the Aubreys, the Eric Garners, the George Floyds, you know, Eddie, Freddie Gray, Oscar Grant, you know, Mario Wood, all these Jakes, Eleanor Bumpers, and the list goes on, man. And not even just these individuals that got put to death, going all the way back to when this nigga first came over here, man. Going all the way back to when he first took Judah down, or the Southern Kingdom down in Europe, man. He got a lot of blood on his hands. See, you Jakes, you got a small scope of vision, man. You're just looking at the things that happened more recently. You know, what about Emmett Till, man? He got to pay for that. What about the murder of Nat Turner? What about all the people he murdered when he, you know, bought Judah, Benjamin, and Levi over here on the slave ships, man? He got to pay for all those things, man. Yeah. But see, you niggas, you'll be cool with just letting these, you know, small group of Edomites, maybe the cops, when they do something to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you want to get arrested and go to jail. Nah, this nigga got all kind of crimes to pay for, man. He got all kind of blood on his hands. This dude is a very murderous individual, man. Like that movie, Planet of the Apes. It said, beware the beast man. You know? All he knows is how to rape, rob, and murder. He has to pay for these things. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you don't even really care about that, man. But see, when we was watching, you know, the live stream, that sentiment is starting to get risen up, especially amongst the Northern Kingdom, you know? And, you know, the Southern Kingdom as well. But that sentiment is starting to get risen up. They want to pay Esau back. Mm-hmm. You know, you've been doing this shit, man. You've been doing this. This goes deeper than, you know, just George Floyd. You know, this go deeper than just, you know, the other dude, Aubrey, that got smoked. They going back to Eric Garner. But then, you know, Gad, man, it's our land, man. You've been doing this shit, man. Mm-hmm. You stole this land, man. You know?
It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah, you see that being set up, man, because Esau is going to come down with that great wrath. And the reason why that's going to happen is because the Most High has prophesied that 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to get put to death, man. And Esau Edom is going, you know, be, he's going to play a huge part in destroying these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All you dudes that's out there protesting, a lot of you going, well, not all of them, a lot of you going to die, man. You're going to get killed by Esau Edom.
Well, look at the woman that got, the black woman that got hit with the rubber bullet in the middle of the head. She was done, you know, so that's going to increase. And the National Guard just got called. Mm-hmm. That was a police force.
Yep.
So you gonna have a National Guard, you got a police force, other different forces that Esau can basically activate.
Militias, random Edomites that we just went into. They're gonna blame you for the economic collapse.
Well, Esau had a bow and arrow, man. Yep. Niggas gonna get hit with bow and arrows. Mm-hmm. Well, they just said that, I just got the alert, they released a tiger from the Oakland Zoo. Mm-hmm. So tigers, wild animals. We're literally in that time. And who is that going to attack? It's going to attack wicked ass niggas.
Yep.
Jake.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You're literally being led to the slaughter right now. And you don't even see it.
Yep. You still are unaware of that policy that Esau has, that documentation, Rex 84. He wants to exterminate you. So he has to, you know, before he does, he been doing it covertly, but for him to do it overtly, he has to paint the picture that you're worthy of being exterminated. You just a damn virus. Look at what you're doing. You're looting, and that pisses these random Edomites off. Fucking nigger stealing. I gotta go down there and protect the businesses. You gotta kill any nigger that's stealing. You shoot him. You know.
Yeah. It says, "Behold, I'm sorry." Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
Yeah, which the Most High is going to bring them, which talk about the elect of the nation of Israel, the ones that serve him, not you 2/3, you're going to die. You ain't doing, you know, what the Most High told you to do. You're doing the will of the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side, but you're not doing what you need to be doing as an Israelite. So the Most High, He's going to get rid of you. He's going to allow you to tear this devil up. He's going to allow you to tear into this damn devil. Mm-hmm. But you're going to be destroyed, man. You ain't going to make it. You're going to die in the race wars. You know, you're going to die fighting out there, protesting. You're going to die of famine. You know, you're going to get tortured to death in a concentration camp. You might get ate up. Well, no, you are going to get ate up by these wild beasts.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah 15th chapter, 4 kinds. And one of those kinds were the beasts, the tear. You know, and Apocrypha talks about the Lord, he created spirits of vengeance. One of the chief of beasts, wild beasts. So you're gonna literally take part of that, man.
That's right.
We're literally in the beginning stages of that. We're actually seeing this take place. That's why Jake shouldn't be fucking out there, man. You shouldn't be out there protesting with these damn devils, looting out there in the mix of the crowd, because judgment's going out, man. You don't want to be over there. You know, the Lord can get you, man.
Yeah, it's for brothers. You know, you damn sure ain't supposed to be at no protest, man. You ain't supposed to be nowhere amongst these niggas, because like the brother said, they gonna get judged. What the nigga woman? And that was just a rubber bullet. Now imagine when Esau started losing live rounds, man. When you start using live rounds, which is coming. He gonna use live rounds. He gonna shoot niggas square in their head, man. Right between the eyes, man. And the nigga gonna drop dead. You know?
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Yep.
And will destroy all the land thereof.
Yeah, because America is going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth. Keep going.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague of the punishment of the Most High shall bring upon it. Yeah, it's all Egypt, meaning America, shall mourn.
Yep.
And we're in the beginning of stages of mourning, you know, where people are losing their job. People already lose. It's a hell of people already. They say over 50 million just because of the COVID.
Yep. That
unemployment.
That was the first month. You know, the first month it was 50 million lost their job. You know, but then they try to blame Jake. Jake ran up into these different stores. Oh, imagine those jobs aren't going to come back.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Man, you got insurance. Okay, these different buildings got insurance. These multinational corporations, they got insurance on all their stores, man. So what if some other natural disaster happened? These niggas ain't gonna open back up. If you know, Louis Vuitton, let's say a fire happens in a store, these niggas don't got insurance that's gonna pay for all of that merchandise again and you know restock the store. You know, get the hell out of here, Esau. And real reason why these stores are closing, these people are laid off, is because of you. You and your pandemic lockdown, man, that told these stores they can't open. Well, if you wouldn't have told these stores they can't open, niggas wouldn't be looting right now, man. The reason why they out there is because they know there ain't nobody in the stores. These stores been closed. I've been by the mall. Ain't nobody in that mall. Ain't nobody out there, bro. Yeah. We could hit that shit up. And he's protesting out. The cops got other stuff to worry about. And then when you watch the videos of what's going on, the cops let these niggas loot.
They're letting them.
They letting them loot. They ain't arresting nobody, and that's the reason why Jay continues to do it. You know, which is all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, but Jake is being set up, man. And they make sure the news cameras there to catch you niggas going in and out.
Of course,
of these stores, doing crazy shit,
climbing out of windows and shit, breaking boards and shit. It's just wild. You can literally see it. I have my sister. She don't know nothing. She don't know any. She tells me, man, this looks set up. She's saying it looks set up. So what the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man? You don't see that? But a nigga's mind doesn't even go that far.
Okay.
All he knows, Louis Vuitton's open. Let's go. Come on.
Yep.
You know, and you don't want, and it's really small pockets of Jake doing it. And then they're saying that they're paying Jake to do that shit. Esau's paying Jake to go on loot, to go on riot, agent provocateurs. Most people that are coming into these cities are out of towners. It's a setup, man. But you know, we've been saying this from our apostles and elders on down that this is what Esau's gonna do.
Okay.
And you niggas have not listened, so now it's time for the Lord to judge your ass.
Yep, you're going to find out that Esau is the devil, man. So whoever paid you off to go do that, it's going to backfire on you, man. Then you're going to go, oh, man, this man's the devil. He want to kill us. You know? Keep going.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail.
Yep.
And with fearful consolation. And that's going to be another part of that famine. You know?
Yep.
It says, woe to Well, in 2019, it was heavy on those farmers. They were losing a lot of business, and the farming industry in America was messing up because of the trade war with China. So they weren't able to sell their goods at a competitive price because of the trade war with China. So that's the farmers, those who tilling the ground. They're mourning, So that's only going to increase this famine that's coming, It says, "A woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh."
That's right. And really, what you see going on, like we said earlier, the Most High is really orchestrating all these things. Most High is setting up all of you wicked people out there, man. He's setting up you Edomites. He's setting up Esau, Edom. He's setting up the elites, and he's setting up you 2/3 so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. As you out there doing these things, you just going to bring, you giving Esau an excuse to come down with that great wrath. What you was going to do anyway, but this is just how the Most High is going to establish it, man. The Most High is setting you up. You the one that's going to be destroyed by this. These things are going to be detrimental to you, not to the elect, not to the service of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because you refuse to hearken unto the words of the Heavenly Father, the Most High going to jack you up, man.
For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's right, which that's going into the race riots, which that hasn't really happened right now, man. These protests, these looters, they ain't worried about Esau, It's not a race riot yet, so something's gonna happen, man. The Most High gonna, have more things occur that's gonna cause a separation of the nations, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're gonna come together and you're gonna start going against Esau, Edom, and these other nations, man, with swords in their hand, with guns, with weapons, man.
So yeah, it's gonna be hotter.
So this is just the beginning, like we read in Matthew the 24th chapter. This is just the beginning of it, man. The race wars ain't even broke out. These are all precursors to what's getting ready to go down, man. Keep going.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Which that's kicking up, and it's gonna get even more intense as the days go by, man. Because eventually Esau is gonna be exposed for all the BS that he's doing. You trying to blame this on Jake? You doing this fake ass pandemic? Our pandemic? And all this was to bring in your new world order, man. Which these Edomites, they still ain't forgot about that. They see Jake looting, their attention is diverted for a little bit, but this nigga's still trying to implement the NWO.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Yeah, and invading one another. And that's, another reason why you see Jake going into these different stores, man. They looting because that's what's going to happen when all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
They're going to be looting. They're going to be running up in people's houses, man.
Yep.
So the Most High already got that spirit amongst Jake to go in these stores and take whatever you want, man.
There's no jobs, nothing for Jake to do, no partying, no basketball, no football, no circuses.
Yep.
There's going to be a lack of bread. What else can you do? You got to go and get it, right? You can't rob so-called blacks and Hispanics. They ain't going to have nothing. What do you want to do? You want to go into Esau's neighborhood.
That's right.
Okay.
I got a quick precept.
Okay.
This is Zechariah 14:1. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle." And this hasn't happened yet, man. You see, these different nations protesting in solidarity. They ain't going against each other. It ain't a black thing. It ain't a white thing. It ain't a Chinese and black thing. Really, they going after the cops. That's their main problem. The cops and law enforcement has to be some kind of reform. But the Most High said He gonna gather all these other nations to come against you because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you still really haven't identified who your enemy is, man. You say, oh, they ain't all Edomite, they ain't all white people. It's just the cops, or just the white cop. Nah, it's Esau, Edom as a whole, man. And you're gonna learn that, okay? Because you're gonna have, in the future, you're gonna have these different regular Edomites, siding with the National Guard, siding with the cops and put you to death, along with these other nations. It says, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled." And that's what Jake is doing now. Jake's rifling these businesses. When you look up the word rifle, means to search out with the intent to steal. And really, in that day, if you a 2/3 nigga, that's the only way you're going to survive, man. You got to rifle shit. You got to run in somebody's house. You got to steal their food, steal their water. If you don't do that, you ain't going to survive. You're going to drop dead. You know, so the Most High has that spirit amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans already. It says, in the house is rifled and the women ravished. And that's another thing that's going to happen. We ain't seeing that yet.
Yep.
You know, women getting taken. You know, that's not happened yet. So, you know, like we was reading earlier in Matthew, the 24th chapter, it said, these are the beginning of sorrows.
God.
Things ain't even wild yet. It ain't even at the point of, you know, what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai told us was going to happen yet.
Right. Yep.
You know, you don't see women getting ravished. You don't see, there ain't no family right now, man. You can still go to the stores and eat. You can still go to these different restaurants and get some takeout, man. When this thing really goes down, you ain't going to be able to get none of that. And Jake going to be out here going crazy, man. It says, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Verse 3, then shall the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. So the Most High is going to be on the side of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans when you start going out there during these race wars, man. Why? Because the Most High is going to be exacting his vengeance through you upon these Edomites and these other nations, man. But you're still going to be destroyed because you're not doing it according to his will. You know, you didn't follow his plan. You didn't wait upon him. You know, you ain't following his laws, statutes, and commandments. But he is going to use you to rise up against this damn devil. You go back to that.
God. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Yeah, they're going to be invading each other. You know, you going into this city, going into that city, going into this person's neighborhood, going into their house, you know, taking their resources. Keep going.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Yeah, and that sentiment is out there right now. They don't care about the curfew. You know, keep going.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
They're going to be able to do whatever they want to do because the police, they going to throw their badges down, man. These police are going to catch so much hell that they just going to give up. Because they didn't sign up for this. They signed up to ride around in police cars, had that mental, you know, power over these people because they see the cops and, you know, they know what that cop represents. What happens to you if you cross the cops? You go to jail, you get locked up, your life is through. But you ain't got no life out here anyway. There ain't no jobs out here, you know. You probably got evicted, so you don't give a fuck.
Yep.
You gonna beat the cop ass.
Yep.
You know they gonna be, you know, putting these cops to death, and the cops gonna say the hell with that. We ain't doing this shit.
Well,
man.
look what they're doing now. They're fighting the cops. How much more when things ain't even got really? Things are not even really right now.
Done.
And there's no famine out.
Yep.
You know, it ain't really too much going on like that. You know, it's some shit going on, but just look how bad it is now. But it's literally going to intensify on a high level where you're going to literally have the police and the military going at it. It's going to be a civil war. You know.
Yep.
That's how bad it's going to get. So we were reading in Matthew 20, the beginning of sorrow.
That's right.
You know. So it's going to get crazy. Where Jake is all them goons that's out there looting. They gonna bring them them guns.
Them toolies. They ain't got the toolies yet.
They don't even got them yet.
They just looting. There's no need for the toolies yet. The cops ain't shooting them. They shooting with rubber bullets. They shooting tear gas. And the National Guard, they ain't started shooting yet. You know, but see, when this man comes down with that great wrath, then you're going to understand that this man's a devil and he's your enemy. And he never has your best interest at heart. It ain't just the cops. It's all these Edomites, man. And the Most High going to flood you with those images, you know, and that those thoughts of what happened to you back in the past, man. All the slavery that you went through, the lynchings, the Jim Crow laws, you know, segregation, you know, all those things are going to come back. And you're going to lose it, man.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And we in the beginning stage of that. You can't go into certain cities. A lot of these cities are locking down. They're instituting curfews. So if you found out there, you can get arrested. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where you can't go into the city. They're going to have a blockade. You know, a checkpoint at the county line, at the city line, not letting you go in there. What's your business here? Are you essential? You know, or they'll tell you you better turn around or we're gonna fire on you. These are the things that's gonna be happening down here. Keep going.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because of your pride, because of the wickedness that you people are down here committing. That's why these things are happening. That's why your cities are on fire. You know, that's why these different stores are being looted. That's why you're losing your rights, man. That's why there's a curfew. This is all the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Keep going.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy the houses with the sword.
Yeah, see, we ain't in that time yet. You got people protecting police officers. Or if it's a protester that's out there, he got sprayed with mace. Somebody that come and pour milk on their eyes. Hey man, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna be happening when these things start coming to pass, man. Because that milk, that's food.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pour that.
You shouldn't have got sprayed. You know, you shouldn't have got sprayed by
you should have
mace.
protective gear.
You know, that's your problem. I need to eat. I need this milk. You know.
But shall destroy. Okay.
See, hey man, this mentality that you Americans have of that, oh, love everybody come together as one. The Most High ain't with that. And he's going to have to cause things that happen down here that's going to separate you people from each other, man.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Yeah, his neighbor, his next door neighbor, man. The dude that's right next to him, his friend. You know, could be a guy, you know, up the street. You know, they had barbecue cookouts every 4th of July. Their families came together. He ain't going to have no pity on this dude, man. Keep going.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
So he going to kick the door in. He going to have a gun. He going to tell the dude to get on the ground. Might put the dude to death. Keep going.
And spoil their goods.
So he going to run in the house with the sword, kill you, and take your goods, man. If you don't kill him first. So, see, the Most High is getting ready to cause a huge rift to happen amongst you Babylonians, man. You're going to be destroying each other because the Most High is going to send a famine down here. And you ain't going to be worried about, you know, how long you knew this guy, you know. Oh, some of you people out there, you linking up during this protest. You making new friends. Those same people, they're going to put you to death in that day, you know. They're going to look for you. They're going to put you to death because they know you got food, man. People gonna be fighting over food
because of the lack of bread. I'm sorry. Yeah, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
That's right, and that's what's coming to the earth, man. Great tribulation. The plagues that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna send down up here, man.
Behold, said Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I will call together all.
Well, listen on that. You can jump to what 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. Then we close out on that.
2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over them.
Yeah, and what's that burning wrath? That's all these people that's going to come up against you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Not only you going to have to worry about the militias, you got to worry about the military, you know, the martial law troops. These mercenaries is going to be out here. Random Edomites. And they all going to be going after you. They're going to be going after you, man. Trying to put you to death. Trying to throw you in those concentration camps. Deliver you on the Esau Edom, man. Keep going.
And they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle.
Yeah, they're going to take away certain of you. So they're going to pull you out your houses. They're going to take you to concentration camps, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have no clue that this man is plotting these things against you. Keep going.
With things offered unto idols.
Yeah, so he's going to take you being idle with things offered unto idols. He's going to give you or offer you that RFID microchip, man. And a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to take that. And the Most High going to kill you if you do. Keep going.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach.
Yeah, why? Because you read the judgment of what happens when you take that RFID microchip. Revelation the 14th chapter, the 9th verse. You're going to get burned up. Keep going.
And trodden underfoot. And there shall be in every place and in the next city, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
And you can see this happening, man. You can see this going down. We in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, man. This nigga's using the media to paint you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as the worst thing going, man. Here it is, this protest supposed to be about a Jake that died at the hands of police that was heavy-handed. They stepped their boundaries, you know. They,
Use excessive force?
Yeah, they use excessive force, but they abuse their power.
Abuse their power.
You know, they abuse their power. That's what this was supposed to be, but now you got Jake looting, you know. And Esau's looking at this. He's like, these fucking niggers, man. Let's get them stealing.
Well, they always thought about
to do
that.
anyway.
Yep.
You know, that's what that guy deserved to die. So these Edomites, they getting roused up, man. They want to put you to death. You know, this ain't a peaceful protest. They want to kill you, man. Okay, and it's gonna happen.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Yeah, that rage is gonna consume him. You know, that ancient rage, that ancient hatred that he had for you, going back to when our forefather finessed him out the birthright, man. He gonna be mad, and since that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, he just gonna go out looking for you niggas to kill, man. Just like that movie, The Purge. Keep going.
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Read that again.
For they shall waste and take away their goods.
Yeah, anything you got in your house, they're going to take it from you. Keep going.
And cast them out of their houses.
They're going to throw you out your house. It's going to come a time, a day, they're going to round you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans up, man. They're going to pull you out your houses. They're going to throw you in trucks, throw you in train cars, and they're going to cart you off to a concentration camp, man. Keep going.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Why? Because in that time, the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're going to be trusting in him. And the Most High is going to spare them from these things. Meanwhile, the 2/3, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to get caught up in these things. You're going to be going to them concentration camps and getting tortured. You ain't going to be delivered, man. Esau going to be able to do whatever the hell he wants to you. Now, you are going to have certain martyrs, you know, certain men that's going to be put to death by Esau, but you're going to get that reward. You're going to go to the spiritual world, you know. You're going to be in the chariots with Yahushua waiting for to come back. The 2/3, you're going to die. You're just going to have to chill in the spiritual world until the kingdom is established. You be reborn down here upon the earth, man. You ain't going to be defended by the Heavenly Father.
And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
And we at the beginning of the days of trouble, man. We at the beginning of Jacob's trouble, and it's beginning to manifest, man. Jake out there going crazy. Jake disobeying, you know, the authority of Esau. Which we already know how Esau get down. Esau want to kill you, you know. So he's just letting this build up so he has a justification to come down with that great wrath. But see, the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to be spared from these things. The Most High is going to raise up some of them with spiritual power to go against this devil, man. When the famine hits, the Most High is going to make sure that they're good. When they come across these wild beasts, they ain't going to get touched, man. Then it's going to be known who the chosen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are. And you're going to know because you seen them on the videos, man. That's dude, he was out, he was preaching that Bible, man. Look at him, he ain't nothing wrong with him. He ain't even hungry.
The Lord said no perfectly.
The beast don't fuck with him, man. I was running from that same tiger, man. You know?
You can see it. You can see it being set up perfectly. How the Lord is going to take care of His men. This is the reason why I said, "Then shall you know who my servants are."
That's right.
So it's going to be plain to see all you that saw the prophets out there, saw the video that scoffed and scorned. You know, all those who counted, you know, Jake out. You will actually see them being delivered from these different perils, these different perils on the earth. You know, like famine. Well, you gonna see, because there's a spirit. If you starving, there's a spirit. You can see that dude. He doing bad. God. Jake gonna be in a good spirit, drinking. Yeah. Eating, jovial, you know, happy, you know, smiling, you know, so you might see him drunk, you know,
You might come across a man of the Lord. You smell alcohol on it, bro. Where the fuck you get that from, man? You know, you drink some liquor, man. You feel good. So you're gonna be feeling good, man. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is sparing you from the judgment that He's bringing down here upon the earth, man. And the reason why these things are gonna come upon you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is because you refuse to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So calamities is gonna come upon you. He's gonna put you to death. You know, and He's gonna use Esau, Edom to do it.
Hear, O my beloved, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the sin.
And we trust in those words. The Most High said He was going to deliver us. We believe in that, man. So what are we doing? We doing what we need to do, all right, to make sure that, you know, hopefully we're going to stay on the right side of the Heavenly Father. He'll continue to have mercy upon us, and when that time comes, he executes that for us. You know, He delivers us from the trouble, man. That's the reason why we don't go out there and protest with these niggas, man. We make our petition to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We continue to serve Him because we know what He getting ready to do, man. He getting ready to destroy this devil by sending these different plagues that's coming upon the earth. We want to be delivered from those, man. We want to be spared from the fierce wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, furthermore, what the hell we gonna go out? What are we looting for? What are we doing for? What are we doing that for?
Yeah.
What the hell we do, you know? To get some clothes, to get some designer, fuck all that shit.
That's temporal.
You know? The Lord gonna destroy all this.
Yeah, Ferragamo, fucking Gucci, Dolce Gabbana, Louis Vuitton, you know, Nike.
That's for the 2/3.
Ray-Ban, all that. The Most High gonna destroy all that, man. You ain't gonna have Ray-Bans in the kingdom. Ain't gonna have Nike. You ain't gonna have no Jordans in the kingdom, man. You know, your fresh Nikes, you know, your phone pods. The Most High gonna destroy all that, man.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and my precepts, said Yahweh Shemashah, Lord Power.
That's right.
Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
That's right. So that's the mindset that we're supposed to be in, not letting you know, ourselves be condemned in our minds from the wickedness that we've done in the past. And, you know, the sins that we do, because we all go off, you know. So don't get into a mode to where, you know, I did that, Most High gonna destroy me. I'm unworthy of following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Nah, get up, continue on, ask for mercy, pray for favor, and keep it moving, man. Continue to do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So what's the ultimate goal? The goal is to be delivered from the hell and the calamities that's coming down here upon the earth, man. Be delivered from the wrath of Esau, Edom. Which that wrath that he has is for the 2/3, man. So don't get into a mode where, you know, I shouldn't be following the Most High anyway. I ain't gonna make it. Let me just be a demon. You're gonna be destroyed, man. You know, continue to hope and have faith that the Most High is gonna have mercy upon you. We're gonna be delivered. Continue to walk that path that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai revealed unto you. You got anything else?
Yeah, this is the last verse, right, which you were going into right now. Verse 77. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins.
Yeah, so you can't stop committing iniquity. You know, sins that you is well within your power to prevent. Like you caught up in eating pork. We actually had a nigga that came up, you know, to us and said, "Oh, I can't be an Israelite because I can't put pork down." Them niggas gonna be destroyed, man. You do, and Jake, man, you got a lot of niggas out here that's just heavy into eating abominations. They can't shake it.
They can't.
You know,
it's a heavy demon.
You dudes like that gonna be destroyed.
It's a super heavy demon.
You know, you dudes is just so caught up in the committing adultery. It's your life, you know, mission to just fuck as many dudes, women as you can. You gonna die, man. The Most High gonna kill you. You know, you dudes that worship other gods, you can't put them idols down. You gonna be destroyed. You know. But see, us as men of the Lord, you don't want to get into a mode like that where you get caught up in committing iniquity, you defile yourself, and you become, you make yourself unclean inside of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by not washing yourself off and continue down that path.
And covered with iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes.
Yep.
And the path thereof covered with thorns.
Yep.
That no man may travel through. It is left undressed, it is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith.
Yeah, what's that fire? The thermonuclear missiles, man. So that's the way you're going to go out. That's how Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai going to destroy you. If you refuse to turn back to him, if you refuse to amend your ways, or if you get caught up in the mode to where you want to go back into the world and be that same sinful man you used to be, you're going to be destroyed, man. Is there anything else?
That was it right there. That was
Any closing words?
Nah, it's just hey, we literally got the end.
Con.
You know, we got to tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and seek the Lord. Well, the scriptures say in group 10 times more.
Con.
You know, because hey, you don't want to get caught out there. You know, that's all I gotta say.
Con. Hey, yeah. So with that, you know, we hope this lesson was edifying. We want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.